Hello class, I'm going to talk to you today about various area model strategies, and I'm going to start talking about that by first talking about what area means in general. Area, it's the space inside something, okay? So we've done a lot of problems together so far this year. We've talked about the space inside something. So like we talked about Mr. Kenny and Miss Coyle's classroom. So we wanted to find the area of their classroom. Like let's say this is their classroom carpet. The area is all this space inside here. Okay, that's the area. When you see area models, which we've done a lot together, area models are also called arrays. Okay, so on your assignments, you are going to see things like this, and you can call them area models or you can call them arrays. Okay, so we're going to get started by solving these ones together. You are going to have questions just like these on your assessment next week too. So definitely make sure you are taking notes and following along with me. Okay, so the first thing to talk about here is what equation is this? What multiplication equation is this? This is basically the same thing as saying 5 times 30. Okay, that's our equation here. Because if we wanted to find the area, the space inside this shape here, we would multiply our length by our width. That's why whenever you see these, we're always multiplying. Okay, because we're finding the total space inside all these objects. Hopefully that made a little bit more sense to some of you out there who may not know. To find the area, you multiply the length by the width. Okay, so we'll start with this one. Again, the equation was 5 times 30. Now some of you might think, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do 30s. Well, if you know how to do 3s, then you know 5 times 30. Let me show you. 5 times 3, you all know that's 15. And so 5 times 30, the only difference here is a 0. So you would just add 1 0 to the end there. Okay? So our answer here, our area here is 150. Our answer here is 150. Easy peasy, right? Okay. Next one here. So we have 20. Now this one's a little different because we already know our area. We know our area is 100. So that means our equation here is 20 times something equals 100. Now again, if you're thinking to yourself, I don't know 20s, I don't know 30s. Yes, you do. If you know 2s and 3s, you know 20s and 30s, okay? So 20 times something equals 100. So break it down. Turn it into 2 times something equals 10. Take away both those zeros for a second. I bet all of you can tell me what that is, right? It's 5. The only difference between this equation up down here and this one up here is that we have the 0 here. So 20 times 5 is 100. Okay? So my answer is 20 times 5 is 100. The answer here is 100. Because the equation here is just this part here. Just the equation on top. Our equation was 20 times 5. Okay? Next one. Now, if I'm going too fast, you can just pause me at any time. Okay? That's why I made you guys a video. So this one gets a little more complicated, but don't be fooled, don't be tricked, don't be too scared of this. You totally got it, okay? So here, what you're going to do is, this is when Mrs. Albert and I are really, and Mr. Kenny and Miss Quill too, are really, encourage you guys to color code. So I'm going to do a lot of color coding here. You all should color code in your test too. So basically, whatever this number is, times this number is going to equal that number. And then whatever this 4 times this 2 is going to equal this. Okay? Well, I know 4 times 2. I know those blue ones there. 4 times 2 is 8. So that's 8. Okay? And then for this top one here, 2 times what equals 40? Maybe some of you already know right away. Maybe some of you would need to think about it for a second. Well, let's think. 2 times something equals 40. Well, let's take away our 0 for a second at the end here. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 20 would equal 40, right? Whenever you see numbers like 20s and 40s and 30s and 50s, don't be scared. Just break them down into smaller numbers that you do know, and then remember that the same rules would apply to 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 200s, 300s, 400s, okay? So then here, this would be 20. And now here's the part that I don't want you guys to mess up on. So right here where it says equation, my equation here is 24, this is 20 plus 4, times 2, okay? That's the tricky part. My equation is 24 times 2, okay? If that didn't make sense, go ahead and rewind it and watch it again. We have 20 here plus our 4 here. That makes 24 times the 2 up there, okay? Last one. Again, we're multiplying. We're multiplying all these numbers together to get our area inside the box here, okay? So, again, we're going to color code 10 times 20 and put it inside the box there, okay? Which that equals 200. Then you go 10 times 6, which equals 60. And 5 times 20, which equals 100. And then 5 times 6 again, here, which equals 30. Now you're going to take all the numbers on the inside, our 200, our 60, our 100, and our 30, and you're going to add them all up, okay? So 200, 100, 60, and 30. Okay, again, those were all those numbers. All those numbers you found there, those are called our partial products. We found the part of the products here, okay? But before I go on to add those up, I want to talk about our equations here. It's very important you understand the equations. Our equation here, it's this number multiplied by this number, okay? So our equation here is 15, see, 10 plus 5, times, because we're always multiplying to find the area, times 26. Okay, that's our equation. We're going to add these up. Always write your numbers biggest to smallest and always cross them off once you've written them down. So I guarantee you, as these get more complicated, you might write the number down twice or forget a number. Always start in your ones place. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. Then go to your tens place. 6 plus 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. So the answer to 15 times 26 is 390. Now, if you just watch this video and you're thinking, oh my gracious, I do not get this, Ms. Shore might as well be teaching me Chinese, reach out to me now, please. Please, please, please. I would love to have a meeting with you and teach you. If this meeting helped you, then you're going to do fabulous on your test next Friday, okay? If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. You can message me and remind. Just reach out if you need anything, guys. Thank you.